Godspeed and blessed be. How art those? Blessed and highly favored, and if you're not, you about to be, you'll see. Baby, I'm on a run, ain't I? It's something about it. That inspiration when be inspiring, we get to making some move, shake, and maneuver. And as I previously stated, when I feel like it's done and it's finalized and it's finalized and it's finito and it's finito and it's finished, I won't speak another one of these messages. But until that time comes, baby, we're gonna go ahead and get this up off our chest, amen. Um, yeah, we back to the future. That's the message. I've come to the resolution within my spirit, my mind, my body, and my soul that I won't be accepted, even with those who I believe have kindred spirits such as mine. And it's not necessarily just out of rejection. For some of it is for that reason, but ultimately it's just because I be time traveling. I be 10 days ahead of everybody else. So when I say something in the moment, it may not resonate because it hasn't come into fruition yet, but that's because I'm already ahead, uh, while others are falling behind. By the time they catch up, I'm somewhere else. So it it's an obvious distinction between me and those who are on the slow and steady wins the race type of path, which I love that for them. Everything don't have to be zoom zoom and go speed racer. And I'm not looking to be the first to do everything or to know everything, but I do know a lot, and I have done more than my fair share, even at the age that I am now, which is why I can earnestly say that I am a young elder. I did not grant myself that position. That was something that was earned. And being a young elder, you typically do move a little bit quicker than others. And like I mentioned, it's not always just because you want to be the first one to finish and cross. You want to be the first one to cross the finish line, but more times than not, it's for survival reasons and it's a trauma response. I grew up quicker than I should have, and I raised my mother, who was a single parent. I was her first daughter. I was the first granddaughter to my grandmother. Um, so I bared the burden of those things. And I was not raised particularly soft. I wasn't given so much space to be vulnerable and to have loose edges. I was raised by hard body ass women, and myself became hardened in turn because of it. Not to the point where I'm just rock solid concrete proof, but it is definitely some immovability about me, and that is due to my upbringing. But that's neither here or there. I was just really talking about being back to the future and recognizing that when you are ahead and not behind, it can leave you in a solitary space. And if you're not well within yourself to understand why the solitude is what it is and why it's necessary for you, then it can drive you crazy. Not just crazy, but it can really leave you feeling like you're doing something wrong. You ain't doing nothing wrong. You right where you need to be, doing exactly what you need to be doing. But you have to be well within yourself to understand that. So I be 10 days ahead, and I'm okay with that. I don't feel the need to slow down so others can catch up. I don't feel the need to try to go into dissertations and explain why I say the things that I say or why I make the maneuvers that I do. For anyone that is choosing to surveil me, to watch me, stalk me, and monitor me, I'm probably going to always leave you in a state of confusion, and rightfully so, because you need to be directing all of that energy that you're giving to me or anything outside of yourself back into you so that you can be a better person. But unfortunately, you won't do that. And I say unfortunately because you're really just giving over free energy while you thinking that you fucking with my spirit. I'm siphoning from you, and I siphon to put myself in a better position. I didn't always used to do that. I didn't always used to use that to my advantage. There was one point in time where I was triggered heavily because I just didn't want to believe that I had anything of real worth and value for for folks to be tapping in, tuning in, and so mystified by. But I know better now. And because I know better, I do better. And in doing better, I just make the moves that I need to. And when the time comes for those who have been monitoring me, watching me, and surveilling me, they're going to get it when they need to. It's not my job to, as I've mentioned before, to try to help y'all and explain it step by step. I can literally give you the guide to how and why, and you still won't get it because you're not supposed to. This is the Raven Show, baby. You know, and if you do choose to be a part of it, then you're not even a supporting actress. You fade into the background. You're a background prop, and you should be also lucky to even be that, because there have been a many who have cast their threw their hat in the ring for the roles to just be the standalone. Okay, so be grateful, show gratitude, and mind your motherfucking me manners to the one that then paved the way for you hoes. it's it's time out for real for being humble. Humility is cool for a season. But it ain't something that you're supposed to carry continuously, because then you start to deduce yourself and minimize for the sake of being digestible for others who will never be able to swallow you any motherfucking way, whether that's whole or in pieces. Amen. Say something, somebody say something. So all of that, let's break it down. Ain't nobody doing all of that. All of that, let's be cool about it. No, pop your shit. Swing your gorilla nuts where they need to fall, and fall where they may. And if anybody got anything to say, they need to take it over with the God that they serve. That's it. If you a time traveler as well and you be 10, 20, 30 days ahead, stop slowing yourself down so that motherfuckers who is tap dancing and resting on their laurels can catch up. They ain't supposed to be where you at. And this is why you ain't gonna never really be able to get to your apex, because you too busy trying to still entertain the peanut gallery. Fuck them people. And fuck them again, you hear me? Fuck them one more time. Just in case they need to catch that nut. I don't know, girl, what's going on with me, but I do know what's going on with me. What it is your girl just then got back to her spark like I said that I would, and shit is just funny to me now. I ain't even mad no more. It's just comical. So I these messages just be coming and rolling off the tongue oh so easily and eloquently as they do because I don't give a fuck about no right way of presenting it anymore. I don't care about trying to make make the edges perfect. You're gonna get it the way that it needs to be given, which is raw and uncut, without a rubber, and with no Vaseline, and that's worth Ice Cube. You dig what I'm saying to you? Yeah. So my futuristics, my futuramas, do y'all shit and do it knowing that you really walking so the rest of these bitches can run and soar. And they still ain't gonna give you the props where it's due. But that's not what you're doing it for. Oh, that was a rhyme. Come on, rhyme and reason for the goddamn season. Yeah, you ain't doing it for them. Hell, quiet as kept loud as may be, you really ain't even doing it for you. You're doing it for the Most High. If you claim yourself to be walking the righteous path, you're not. All of this is not for naught. Trust me. There's a there's a purpose in even the most minute movements. So go forth and prosper. You eclectic, gifted beings. You. This is the Sunbeam Queen, the prophetess, the conjuress, the motherfucking me litany. Haha. And that's on Godspeed.